Hello, this is Decimal, and today I'm going to show you how to put your fader button on without breaking it. If you guys don't know about Fadergate, it's all about how this K.O.II comes with a defective fader. Sometimes it ships that way, other times it's from installing the knob because you need to use a little bit of force. And that is why we suspect why it's breaking. Cheap parts, quality control are all a factor as well. Shipping is probably a factor as well. But anyways, I'm going to teach you how to do it without breaking it. So first off, I want to just explain that the other Lego knobs go on pretty easily. I'll show you how they just slide on. But when it comes to the fader, it does not go on as easily. Look, I'll show you a side profile. Like, I'm using a bit of force, but I don't want to use too much force to break it again, so I have to take it apart. I did actually take it apart and fix it. You should watch that video if you haven't already. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, first, I'm going to try to use a hairdryer to soften the plastic. I read on a comment on YouTube that someone did this and it worked, so let's give that a go. I'm going to use this clamp to hold it in place. I'm going to crank up the heat and let's give it a go. I held it here for about a minute, then I released the wrench and quickly tried to put it on, and it did not slide on properly. It was still tough to slide it on, and I was thinking I need a new strategy. So I decided to use an X-Acto blade to try to cut out a larger channel, so hopefully this would work. And I thought, you know what, this is dangerous and I might cut myself. In the business, we call this foreshadowing. I then decided to use a Dremel to see if this would work. So I Dremeled away, and sometimes the knob got stuck on the Dremel, but I persisted onwards. When I felt like I Dremeled enough, I tried the knob again and it still did not slide on nicely. So I decided to use a pair of fine tweezers to help scrape out a channel. Then my hand slipped and I plunged the fine tweezers into my thumb, but I persisted onwards. Then I noticed that I was bleeding and I got a little bit of blood on the knob. You know what? F this. I'm a game developer. I know how to 3D model and I have access to a 3D printer. I'm just going to design my own fader. Why am I going to deal with this? Why put myself through the torture of doing this? Like, this is so painful. I want to be playing this device. I don't want to be fixing this fader. TE, why did you do this to me? This is torture. This is like actually torture. So I decided to open up Blender. I 3D modeled my own fader. I took measurements. I made sure that this thing is going to slide down with very little effort and it's going to hold in place. It literally took no time to 3D model. And it took minutes to print too. It took like 8 minutes to 3D print. And after that, guess what? It slid on. It looks fine. And you know what I'm gonna do too? I'm gonna put the STL file for this 3D print in the description and pinned comment so you can do this too. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Like, this is enough. I've had enough with this. Thank you very much for watching. I have more videos to come. Please consider subscribing and peace out.